Welcome to a brand new episode of the Post Game. I'm your host Davion. Today we are back with our Let's Talk NFL series, closing in on the AFC North. Today we're going to be talking about the Cincinnati Bengals. A letdown of a season. Nonetheless, wasn't the best season for the Bengals with injuries to Joe Burrow. Jake Browning did come in, and I think he went 4-3 in those last 7 games, but just wasn't enough to get this team into the playoffs in a very competitive division. For the with the NFC North with the Bengals Browns, Steelers, and Ravens. Very, very, very competitive. All these teams are trying to make it to the playoffs, and only a certain number of them will. So they finished the season 9-8. Excuse me. Um, and Injuries really riddled their team last season. With Joe Burrow missing half the season, with T. Higgins being banged up for at least 6 weeks of the season. Their defense had some injuries as well. They just could not, really figure it out and really establish, a system, or couldn't really get it going, and their season looked like a loss, especially when Joe Burrow went down halfway through. So, before we continue, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about the Bengals. Let me know how y'all think they will do. So, continuing on, shout out my cousin, one of my long lost cousins, Jordan Battle. He does play for the Cincinnati Bengals, so shout out him. But regardless, some additions that they have made this offseason have been pretty interesting. Them losing Joe Mixon isn't the biggest thing to hurt, but they've gone out and picked up Zach Moss, who played pretty well in Indianapolis last season. They picked up Mike Gesicki, who's played pretty well for the Miami Dolphins. T. Higgins signed the franchise tag. Von Bell joined the Bengals, and Trent Brown, to get some O-line help from the Patriots, came over as well. I mean, those pickups aren't too bad. I mean, I think that's a good place to be in as a offensive court, or as a team completely. Them especially trying to rebrand and rebuild that team from scratch, because I know they won 9 games last season, but still a pretty underwhelming year, especially for their liking. 2 seasons ago they were in the Super Bowl, and now they missed the playoffs. So hopefully they can really be back. I mean, here's the thing. I think inside the division, especially inside that conference of the AFC period, like, it's gonna be a lot of competition. There's a lot of players, and there's a lot of teams that are very, very good, and they're gonna have to definitely work very hard to beat some of these teams. And so, I mean, you look ahead at their schedule. You look at the first week 1, against the New England Patriots, brand new team, brand new quarterback with Drake May. Can they go out and beat this team? Potentially. But before, I want to say that I think they're going to split every game with their inside their conference, so they'll go 3-3. I know they lost a lot of conference games last year, which really hindered them from making the playoffs. But I think they'll go 3-3 this year, and they'll split with every single team in their division. So, the New England Patriots week 1. Drake May, new team. They're trying to really figure it out. I think. I think when you look at it, I'll give the New England Patriots the nod there. No. I think. Sorry. The Bengals will beat the Patriots. It's at home, week 1. Joe Burrow's back. That offense is back. Jamar Chase is back. All those guys are back and really trying to figure it out. And so, give me the Bengals to go to win that game. Then at Kansas City, I think this is going to be a great game. I think two powerhouses inside the AFC are going to battle it out. But give me the Chiefs to win this game, so it'll make them 1-1. Then they go up to come back home to go play Washington. I think Washington's going to be good. I think they're going to be a good team this year. Not a lot of people are sold on them as much as I am. I'm pretty sold on them. They're going to be my wild card team this year. So I don't think they'll beat the Bengals, but I think it'll be a good game. So give me the Bengals to win this game. So 2-1 at Carolina, easy win. 3-1. I'm not going to talk about division games because I think they'll split them all. And then you got New York Giants. They'll beat the Giants. Philly, they'll lose to Philly. So that's 5-2. Then they play the Raiders, 6-2. They play the Chargers, 7-2. Dallas, I think that'll be a good game. I think Dallas are a bunch of clowns and frauds, and I don't know they'll win that game. But I think there's a lot of winning that they'll be doing. Coming off of a hopeful win against the Steelers, they'll probably end up either. I think if they lose against the Steelers, they'll beat Dallas. If they win against the Steelers, then they'll lose to Dallas, just because they're going to come off a win. So, Monday Night Football, prime time. Dak Prescott has to figure it out. Give me the. That's a hard one. Give me the Cowboys to win it. Give me the Cowboys to win it. So 3 losses so far. I think they're at 7-3, something like that. Well, 3 losses, and then I'll just add the other 3 on at the end. So 3 losses. They'll beat Tennessee. They'll beat Denver. And so yeah, I mean, if I look at it, they'll go 11-7, 9-8 at the least, which isn't a bad year whatsoever. And I think they should be more than proud of themselves to get that. So let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. Let me know if you think they'll achieve this season, and how do you think the playoffs will look for all of these teams around the NFL. So I've been your host Davion. This has been the post game. Peace.